Welcome everyone. My guest today is Honorable Stephen Parkol, and we will discuss with him the political situation in the country and the future of the peace agreement and the movement he leads. Honorable Stephen Parkol is the Minister of Peacebuilding, and he also the interim chairman for the SPLM-IO. Welcome, Honorable.
Thank you, Matiang Chirilo. Welcome to the headquarters of the SPLM-IO.
Okay, thank you, and thanks for giving me this opportunity. It took me almost 3 weeks to get you.
Well,
let me start by asking you this question. If it wasn't a coup or an attempt to sabotage the SPLM-IO, what was it?
wording is very important. You say a coup. What kind of coup are you talking about? There has never been coup in this city. Where did you get the word from?
Some members of SPLM-IO, they said this is a coup.
That's rubbish.
So if
Coup against who?
Against your chairman.
That's rubbish. In fact, if you watch the old programs of our reorganizations from Farm Africa, actually from my office, when we called the first press conference, you got our documentation.
Yes.
We called for the release of our chairman, and we called for ceasefire, and urged our peace partner to put peace on tracks as is stipulated in the agreement. Is there any coup in the content of our letter? And two of our documents, the first press conference, the first press release, and the second press release issued by the National Liberation Council's meeting, which resolved to elect me and my colleague as interim leaders of the SPLM-IO. Did you see anything against our chairman? Because we don't just talk. Don't read our lips, read our writing. Until today, we have been consistent with this. So what is the coup that people are talking about? What happened is that the leadership structures of the SPLM-IO on the top crumbled when our chairman was detained, our deputy has run away, and the Secretary General also ran away. So we remain headless in Juba.
Okay.
So we had to reorganize ourselves.
Okay. You know the reason why the deputy ran away?
I don't know. Did he tell you?
He didn't tell me.
Talk to him.
Okay.
We came to Juba in 2018 under the instruction of our chairman to transform the armed struggle into political struggle. And that is why you see these headquarters of the SPLM-SPLA transferred from the bushes of South Sudan to Juba. We came here to live here or die here. And that is why our chairman has never left. Those who left chairman under detention are the betrayers. Not me and my colleagues. The will of our chairman is peace. And we have maintained that track until today. So let the public be informed through you that the interim leadership is not here to betray the cause of our struggle and the principle of our parties. Our chairman under detention is still the leader of this party, but we have to organize ourselves to communicate with the world. If we kept quiet or went into hiding, whom will you interview here now to give you the message of the SPLM-IO?
Okay.
Will you have anybody to talk to?
Okay, Honorable, you didn't get any support.
From who?
From the figures leaders.
That is also rubbish. Have you seen the attendance of our meetings? Our meetings, according to our constitutions, the quorum is supposed to be only 80 members attending, members of NLC. Our attending was over 505 members of NLC.
What I
So
know,
which support do you mean?
okay, what I know, that hall, that hall in Pan Africa, and I was there.
You were there, yes.
Cannot, or is impossible to host.
Yes, I agree. You know,
To host
there is no
the number
there is no building in this country that can host the whole movement.
Okay, Freedom Hall can host.
Which one?
Freedom Hall.
That will be a convention. That will not be an extra ordinary meetings of the NLC, which is constitutional.
No, but you are talking about almost 500. What I seen, and I was there, is less than 200.
Well, you did not see the attendance. Did you see did you read our attendance list?
No.
Even your reading was wrong.
But I count the numbers.
Even your reading.
I count the numbers.
Hey, Mathian.
It's less than. Less than 200.
You cannot do.
Are you
hate count? No. You cannot do hate count because you were not there to do that. That is also a lie. You were not there to do a hate count. So don't tell me that you have the accurate number of the people who were there.
No, we observed that all the journalists
it's wrong observation.
Who were attending that meeting.
Because you are privileged.
No, the numbers are not 500.
Who told you that?
Said,
do you have the paper?
And you said that.
I have the attendance. Do you want to see it?
No.
Signatures.
Okay.
You are talking about head count that you did not do, and you don't want to take attendance with signatures. So you are wrong. Our secretariat, the record is here. Let's leave this premise that I don't have a support. You don't have the statistics that I have.
Tell me how many leaders are supporting you.
I was elected unanimously in that room, and you were there.
What I see, someone like Farouk Garkwas is not supporting you. He didn't attend the
Did he tell you that?
He didn't attend the meeting.
No, but you are talking about individual.
No.
There are so many.
I'm giving you example.
No, but you are also making it wrong from the way you say it. Farouk is not SPLM-IO. He's a member, individual member. You cannot base your prominence. I have so many people that oppose that meeting, but there are also so many people that supported me and are still with me. Don't just give me individual names. It is wrong. Farouk Abdallah is our senior member, is our chief whip. He was not in that meeting, but you did not interview him. I take him as one of my supporters. But even if he's there, why do you talk about him? In that meeting, you would have been an individual voter.
No,
the premise is also wrong.
You asked me to give you
an example.
An example. Okay. What about your colleagues?
Which colleagues?
In the cabinet.
Yes.
We have Peter Marcello, we have Martin Abuja, we have Angelina Teng.
Well, I also have other members of the government who are also ministers. You know, my deputy is a minister of federal affairs. I had with me K-DEenk, the speaker of the Council of State. I have Agog Makur, prominent member of the SPLM, also a former minister, and a member of political bureau. The fact that I did not have support of 3 ministers or so does not mean that I don't have support. These are authentic members, senior, prominent members.
But they are not just a minister, they are figures in the SPLM-IO.
What do you mean figures? Do you really know the people I'm talking about? We are talking about a very senior minister called Lasuba Wango, member of political bureau, minister of federal affairs. Do you know him?
I know him.
Okay, Agog Makur, our national chairperson for mobilizations, and he's a minister. So whom are you talking about here?
Former minister.
It doesn't matter. The most important thing, by the way, don't talk about ministerial position. Talk about membership of the SPLM-IO. We met as members, not as ministers.
Okay, let's move from this.
Otherwise, I'm also a very senior minister. Okay.
Okay. When did idea come to your mind?
What?
When did idea come to your mind?
It did not come to my mind. It was demanded by our public and demanded by our members that there must be a voice for the SPLM-IO in this peace process now.
What do we know? The majority of the members.
Which majority?
The majority of the SPLM-IO, okay,
You are also wrong there.
They were
when you
okay.
say
When
you say majority. Where did you get your numbers?
Okay, let me complete. Most of them, they were shocked. Their chairman was put under house arrest.
We are all shocked. The circumstance we are in is not a happy circumstance. And we have expressed it in our document, demanding release of our chairman. Yes, not only most, it will be wrong in English even to say most, all of us. And that is why we want to come up with these boys to put peace process on track and release the detainees, or put them through justice process.
Okay.
That is not most, all of us demand that. And not only SPLM-IO, the people of South Sudan.
Okay. What the step that you took to make sure that your chairman and the other members who are still?
We can only do what we did. We wrote to the government. We made public presentation demanding the release of our chairman and all our comrades who have been detained. And we have been public telling the government political detention is illegal. Charge them with crime if they have committed any crime. And let them go through the judicial process. That's all we can say. Okay.
And what was the response from the government?
We are waiting for the response, just like you.
Okay.
All of us are waiting.
No.
The last document that we put to the press was on the 9th of April.
I'm asking, have you submitted any documents to the government?
What documents?
About those who are still in the Blue House, or about the...
I told you we have submitted 2 documents.
Okay. When that exactly?
The first one was the 1st. The second one was the 9th.
Okay. You submitted to who?
We submitted to the government.
Who exactly in the government?
Secretariat of the government.
Who exactly?
Are you talking about who?
Yes.
It cannot be written to me to individuals. It was actually a public affair.
Okay. The Secretary of the government.
Secretariat of the government.
May you just give me a name so that people know what you have done?
Mathiang, do you need our document? We have them here with us. Let us just finish this interview. We'll give them to you.
Okay.
They have gone to the public, and as a journalist, you're supposed to get them and have them in record.
After the PAL meeting, up to now, what has actually been achieved so far from this movement?
What we have achieved last week and yesterday, we have met to take strokes of our colleagues from the state to here. It is a stage of reorganization. Our party has been devastated by this crisis. So we are regrouping, reorganizing, restructuring ourselves.
Okay.
That's where we are.
Did you try to meet those who are still in the Blue House, for example?
No, we have not been able to meet them.
Did you try?
We don't have access to meet them. Yes, we tried.
Okay. Can you give me some details?
Which detail do you mean?
That you tried.
It is very simple. If you want, even yourself, you go to the Blue House yourself to request to meet somebody. As a policy, nobody is allowed to access them. Okay.
So what the reason was given to you?
No reason. Why don't you track down one of the security officers,
no.
the DG and other people? They will tell you, this is their policy. I cannot explain it to you. It's not my policy. It is a national security policy.
No,
and I'm not in the position to give you the detail of what is happening there.
Okay, in terms of respect, and you are a minister. Yeah. They didn't say anything to you?
My friend, the policy is that those who are under detention are not accessible. This is what you will hear if you do it. Do it yourself.
You are accused by other members of the SPLM-IO. Okay, that what you all did actually was a plan from the SPLM-IG.
SPLM-IG?
Yes.
In which sense?
No, the move that...
That's prejudice. You have seen me here now, and I'm talking to you in the headquarters of the SPLM-IG. Headquarters of the SPLM-IG. So this is rubbish. We are still here under the banner of the SPLM-IO. Nobody defected to SPLM-IG. If this is what you are hearing, that's also rubbish.
Oh. And what was not rubbish?
That it is an SPLM-IG, that we are organized by another party. It is prejudice, and it is malicious presentations or portrayal of our image as a party. You are talking to permanent leaders of the SPLM-IO in the headquarters of the SPLM-IO. So where is SPLM-IG here?
So was not the plan?
Which plan do you mean? Who plans for us to reorganize ourselves? Is that the question? Nobody planned for us. We are SPLM-IO leaders planning for ourselves. If the premise is that IG planned for us, it is wrong. And if you want to find the hard facts, also talk to the SPLM-IG, let them tell you that they organize us. This is rubbish.
Out of 155 MPs, I think only 20 or 15 just join you.
This is not
how do you
correct.
think about this?
That number is not accurate.
Okay. How many?
Who joined me from the parliament?
Yes.
Many.
How many?
Actually, most of the NLC members that you have seen there, most of them are MPs.
Okay. No.
Okay. Let us not talk about figures. Okay. We are still reorganizing ourselves. Tell me anybody or a group with leadership that tell you that they are not with us. We say that all our MPs in both houses are with us until we hear from them or from individuals, member, that is not with us. Because here in Juba or beyond, there are only two options. If you want to join Uyet, who was taken over in the bushes of South Sudan, declaring war, you can join him. But if you are for peace and the peace process, which is the will of our chairman, you will join us here in the headquarters.
Till now, the RGM and Citizen, they recognize the name that was given to them by Oyet Sanya. What is your reaction on this?
They did this before we even formed the interim leadership. So RGM was not aware of the new leadership in town. What I know so far, we have deployed our members now to all the security mechanism, and these are the people that will be working with the peace implementation mechanism. I will be the one supervising them, not Uyet, who is not in town. By the way, in accordance with our constitution, the headquarters of the party is the national capital, Juba. Anybody who is not physically here is not legitimate.
You are going to submit other names to RGM and Citizen?
We have already proposed them.
Okay.
Not only to RGM, to the high-level committee, to NTC, to JMCC, to JDB, all the security and political peace mechanism.
Okay. Did you meet them, those of RGM and Citizen?
We have not met them yet, but we are communicating with them in writing.
And do you think that they will recognize you?
They will have to work with me if they are here for peace. I'm a peace partner. And I don't think that there will be any security or peace mechanism, including RGM, that will reject a partner who want to put peace on tracks.
When we talk about SPLM-IO, that means also we have to talk about the SPLM-IO, which is the military wings.
Yes.
For the SPLM-IO.
Yes.
Until now, what I got officially through the media, that they are not recognize you as the SPLM-IO.
That is also rubbish. We have some of our forces that have recognized us in some places. And in some places, we're in dialogue with them.
Okay.
Nobody wants to go back to war, Matian. We are thick and tired of this war. What we have called for in all our documents is ceasefire to all, and we will engage our generals in the bushes of South Sudan to bring them back to the peace track.
Okay, which areas exactly that recognize your movement?
We will not tell you now. We are working on them.
Okay. So you are working on it, but it's not yet.
You know, we are a political organization, and our work is peace process. We are working with all the armed groups, including the SSPDF and also the SPLM-IO in the bushes, to maintain peace, and that is what we are doing. We are in dialogue with them.
How do you see the future of the peace agreement?
Well, there are challenges. One of the challenges is which actually originated from the incident of Nasir and the violation of ceasefire here and there, and the fact that our chairman is under detention. Those are challenges. But we don't have another options.
Okay.
The option before us is the RRCs. It is RRCs that will restore peace and security in the country. So I'm reaching out to my partners, international, regional, and national, like the IG, the SAWA, the OPP, all the parties in the government. I'm reaching out to them to ensure that we keep the peace process on track.
Okay. And what are you going to do to overcome all these challenges?
Dialogues. You know, the agreement was reached through dialogues, the RRCs. Even if there is political violence going on, at the end of the day, it will end with political dialogue.
What is your reaction on the violation that were made?
We have condemned them, and we have called for ceasefire to hold, and we have called for dialogue.
Okay.
That is the documentation which is publicly there. Okay. You read again our two documents.
Okay. What about in the political term? What we know, the commissioner of tweak.
Commissioner what?
Of tweak in Warab, supposed to be from IO, now was taken to the SPLM-IG.
Well, we are negotiating with the R-TGoNU. You know, we are partners in the peace process. We are SPLM-IO. We call them R-TGoNU. We share power with them. We have portfolios that we have distributed, and some portfolios were assigned to other parties. Yes, some positions were grabbed from parties, from SAR, from us, and so on and so forth. We are negotiating with them. We are negotiating with the leadership of the country, particularly with the president, to return those positions back to the SPLM-IO.
What was the main agenda?
The agenda of what?
Of your meeting with the president?
It is
last time.
It is the resumptions of the peace process. I reached out to him and I told him, Mr. President, you put it in all the public pronouncement that you will not take the country back to war. Let us bring peace back to track, and he agreed.
What he said?
He said we will implement the agreement, and all the problems that are still there and challenges, we will face them together through dialogues.
You are the only one who revealed that you meeting the president, and we didn't see that meeting broadcasting on the national TV.
Well, I don't have a TV. It is SSBC that broadcasts. I don't know why. It's not my responsibility.
Did you think about it?
I'm not journalist.
No, as a
It's not my.
politician.
It's not
No,
my. It's
no,
not my work.
as a politician. As a politician.
That that
Did
that
you
is.
think? Did you
That
ask
is.
yourself why?
I did not.
What?
I did not go there for that. I went there for a dialogue. It is a responsibility of SSBC or a journalist like you to cover this. Like today, you have come to my office here in the headquarters. It is your initiative that you will portray it, right? Even this debate we are doing, if you don't put it on air, it's not my responsibility.
No, I will put it. I will cast it.
So don't let me do your work.
What was the reaction of those who are very close to you?
Where?
Those who your
Reaction
friends,
to what?
About what you did.
What? It's not what I did. What we did.
Okay, about what?
It's important.
It's okay. No, I mean those who are very close to you, those who are inside or those who are in diaspora.
Well, I did not do this alone. I did it with them. And let me talk about those who actually demanded that we organize ourselves and elect a new interim leadership. And the interim leadership led by me was not organized by me. It was organized by prominent members of the party, members of NLC.
Dr. Martin Elia, in his last press conference, mentioned that the government will do some replacement on some seats. Did you submit your list?
No, it is not that. You know, working with the government is a different thing. We are at the stage of initiating dialogue with other parties and reorganizing ourselves. The replacement of our cadres in the government is a process. And nobody is in place, is in the position to talk about it. We are still at the stage of reorganization.
But are you almost to reach that stage?
We are not there yet.
Okay. And do you believe that you will be appointed as replacement for Dr. Dangmasha? Or do you
that is not the program now. Where we are now is reorganization of the party. As we speak today, I'm still Minister of Peacebuilding, but interim chairperson of the party. It will take a dialogue between us and our partners in the government and in the peace process for us even to talk about the first vice president. And this is where people are getting it wrong. Being first vice president is the smallest picture of what we are doing. The biggest picture is the reorganization of the SPLM-IO here in Juba and beyond. The rest will take care of itself because it is deployment of our cadres to the government. It's not employment. And it's not only just a replacement. It will be scrutinized. And for us, we will not just go in the government to participate in the government. There are things that the government, the other parties that we are dialoguing with would also have to put in place. One thing is we must agree that we will put the peace process on track and that there will be justice for our cadres who have been detained, including our chairman. That is now the dialogues. One that is accepted and we are recognized, and I'm glad the members of the high-level committee recognize us as the only legitimate body now to partner with in the peace process.
Do you think that the situation will be better through the dialogue that you have initiated?
Yes, I'm very optimistic. I think things can go back to normal if the entire political spectrum of South Sudan come together through dialogue again and restore peace. It is possible. If you remember the turmoil we were in from 2013 up to 2018, 2016 and all this, things were even worse than this. But when we went to Addis Ababa, to Khartoum, we put things together and peace was restored. It can be done. But it just needs political will from all the parties.
Okay. And do you think your partner, which is SPLM-IG, uh, they have a will to do all this?
They must have a will. I trust they have the country at heart. This country cannot afford another political violence. And I think that is a consensus. People I interact with, including the president, are telling me the same thing. I have to take them at their words.
Okay, they must. But what do you think?
They must. And if I have to take them at their words, this is what they are telling me.
Okay. But what do you observe?
I don't read minds. I read words. I'm telling you, they are giving us their words that they will implement the agreement, and that the violation here and there that have happened can be rectified. This is what I'm hearing from them.
Okay. What about
So I have to believe them.
And what about their action?
Their actions?
Yeah.
Which actions?
No, they give you a word, but what about the action?
What do you think of their actions?
There's a lot of condemnation. Okay.
From where?
The army is still violation. They are still attacking the.
Actually, our position has been to halt the military offensive. And we have heard, the CDF has been in public saying that, it's in public records, saying that the SSPDF will stop attacking the SPLM-IO positions. Let us also take him at his words. And if the attack continues, we will condemn them as usual. It is also your role as a journalist to expose that. Interview them, do what you are doing with me, with them.
Since they put Dr. Riek Machar under house arrest until now, what the lesson that you learned?
Yes, we have learned a lot of lessons. We have learned that having our leaders detained, as you know, and our leaders left town, it caused the leadership to crumble. One of the lessons I learned is, because I've never imagined this thing, that our entire top leadership, the three leaders, will not be available physically to engage our people. One thing I learned is that if we don't take this bold step to reorganize ourselves and engage the other parties, two things will happen. Our party will collapse here, and the peace agreement will also collapse on us. We decided not to take that route, so that's why we are here. Those are the lessons I learned. These are lessons of crisis management.
Do you believe that the situation will be better tomorrow?
Yeah, I told you that before. If we are not hopeful, it will not happen. Matiang, peace is mindset. Even war and conflict is mindset. If we put our focus on despair and the abyss that our country is in now, we will not change, the course of crisis. We must think positively. We must be optimistic. We must engage ourselves in dialogues. And that's where you also come in as a journalist. Let the country dialogue with itself. Let the nation talk. And then the rest will come to places.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Okay. At this point, we come to the end of our interview with Honorable Stephen Parkol, Minister of Peacebuilding, who is also the interim SPLM chairman of SPLM-IO.